Today we have a deck suggestion by ShiroTheWolf. Thank you very much for your request. We're going to quickly go over the deck here very soon. I'm just going to put all the figures in it real fast. And we're good. We'll go over that in a sec. Want to apologize really quick before we get into the fights here for the Parallel Quest 122 video detours there. Quick FYI, a couple more of those are coming up in the near future. Hint, hint, Awoken Piccolo and Orange Piccolo. And I also am aware that before I had said I was going to show off everything from DLC 16. That's still coming up, but that's in the works. Because huge thank you and shout out to my buddy QB4Square, who I highly recommend you go and check out, by the way. He's a very good player and has over 8,300 hours. Me, I just recently broke 5,000 hours myself. But if it were not for him, I would not still be playing the game, and I would not be anywhere near as good as I would have been had I not watched his vids. Because it was thanks to him, I learned the easy thing you can do in this game, which is, if you get the timing down for it just right, you can just guard, and then immediately follow up with a charged heavy attack. That takes some getting used to. I learned that from my buddy QB4Square. So definitely go and check him out. He's also got a lot of really good combo vids up. Some really cool looking clips. So again, I highly recommend you go and check out my buddy QB4Square. And I'm also aware that Diablo 4 is on the horizon. If you want to check out some really good Diablo 1 and 2 gameplay, I recommend going to check out my other buddy, RC Blazer, and he's even doing a playthrough of Skyrim right now. So I think they're both worth checking out. They're both really good friends of mine. And I've also been holding off on the free battles from DLC 15 for quite some time. We're just going to get started with the 5 stars here. Just to quickly go over the deck. Figure 590, all dupes into attack with attack up ODU, speed up ODU, and an attack up A. Next up we have number 624 with all dupes into speed, attack up ODU, speed up ODU, and ultimate gauge on every turn. Next we have one of the best units in the game to date, Gamma 2, number 702, all dupes in attack, attack up ODU, speed up ODU, and an ultimate gauge down every turn. Next we have still one of the best units in the game. Any unit that has to do with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, he's ridiculous. All dupes in attack, attack up ODU, speed up ODU, and FHP Cure, FHP 50L. Finally, we have one of the contenders for the best O1 unit in the game. And that is EX24. All dupes in attack with attack up ODU, speed up ODU, and speed up A. So, a bit of a strange looking deck. We got 3 trigger squares to work with. We have 2 ultimate gauge down every turn, which is good. We only have 1 attack up A and 1 speed up A. Respectfully, it's not a bad deck. There's definitely a lot of fast, hard-hitting units in here, but it really lacks board coverage. And I think you can make better use of a couple of other character skills if you're not going to be having attack up A on more than just one figure. Same can be said in my opinion about the speed up A. But like I said, I'm not the know-it-all, and I'm not saying that whenever I make a deck or use my speed deck, you should go with those character skills. Do whatever you want to. Like, this is just very different from how I would play with a speed deck. But with that out of the way, let's get into it. Unfortunately, I'm still sick. I cannot shake this annoying as hell leaky nose. It will not go away. I can't stop sneezing either. It's driving me crazy. Both at home and at work. Really don't know what's wrong with me. It sucks. But I'll stop whining then. Let's put out Gamma 2 here. Gogeta. You know, we'll put him down there, actually, and then, where does he go again? Only upper left, that's right. What does he do again? If you attack first, Doesn't attack to all allies that turn only. Attack second for 700 to defense and 500 to speed. Plus 1000 defense to all allies that turn only. Okay, so he's actually not a bad unit. I can definitely see, you know, merit as to using this GT Goku. He's not a terrible figure at all. And yeah, we'll just put out Super Gogeta. This would be the one from Fusion Reborn if the color of the trim wasn't obvious enough for the halo. And the Soul Punisher pose, of course. I really don't know why they changed it from Stardust Breaker to Soul Punisher. I've been wondering that ever since this game released. Either is fine, really. I like Stardust Breaker more, though, personally, if I had to choose. I think Gamma 2 should live. He's got more than enough HP. Yeah, he's fine. We'll do that again. Quite a bit of speed behind this stack. One thing I will say, though, is if you're trying to use a speed setup, like, in my opinion, you kind of want to have a Vidal. And no, not the Vidal we just blew back. I'm talking about the Bikini Vidal, the harder-hitting version, because that one also has better speed. This should be a one-shot. Now, Gamma 2's damage is going to be a little bit lacking for these free battles because we're just in the 5 stars. If we were in the 7 stars, it'd be no question. But hey, now we get to see what Gamma 2 is like when he's not constantly having his trigger square activated. So there's that. Next up we got Frieza. I had a really difficult time earlier trying to get through Parallel Quest 122 solo with Awoken Piccolo and Orange Piccolo. Especially with Awoken Piccolo, you barely have enough time to do it. I think I had like 30 seconds left when I pulled it off. That took me quite a few tries. And that is something that a lot of people are not seeing whenever players like I or QB4 do those, is all the attempts it takes for us to do that. Because it's nowhere near easy to do that as it would be with your own created character. So, something to keep in mind. Plus, it's definitely a lot harder when you're more limited on your skills. It's just a DLC character, they didn't get a key or anything. And much like us not getting any more keys, we didn't get anything Hero Colosseum related either. Still very bummed about that. If it helps any, though, I have a very strong feeling that more's still on the way. DLC 16 hasn't even been out for like 2 weeks yet. There's that. The other thing is, Dragon Ball The Breakers has not even been out for a full year yet. And what is that game linked to? That's right, it's linked to Xenoverse 2. So I have a very strong feeling that more's on the way for both, and yes, I'm well aware of that email. And I'm not going to say the name of the person because, frankly, I don't really care for them or their content. But, you know, looking closely at that email, one thing that it does say on there is, we would like to explore the possibility. That alone right there tells me there's nothing confirmed, there's nothing denied either. They're saying that another game is a possibility. They're saying we would like to explore the possibility of incorporating, you know, those forms into future updates, or the upcoming, you know. Which, again, they're not saying that either is confirmed or denied. They're saying either's a possibility. So we'll just have to wait and see. Alright, we got 4 more free battles here. Let's start with our next one with Bojack here. And just to go back to it for a second, really quick, and then I'll stop yapping on about it. We haven't even gotten any word as to whether or not DLC 16 is all that's left for Xenoverse 2. So until I see something on that, I'm heavily inclined to believe we're going to get more content. But who knows? All we can do for right now is wait. I'm probably like one of the very few people who would actually want to have Orange Piccolo and Beast go on a near Colosseum. But still, I hope that does get rectified at some point in the future. I'm also hoping that Muggs and Rubber are doing okay. I still haven't heard or seen any word from either of them. I'll be sure to let folks know if either of them happens to reach out to me. I'm also really glad that some of you really enjoyed what I did to Beerus as Beast go on. I thought that was pretty funny too. And coincidentally enough, my buddy QB4 Square even commented on that. I'm glad he enjoyed that. It's funny, actually. I learned how to do that from a couple of mods I was messing around with. It was by complete freaking accident. So then when I learned that I could do that, I started abusing the hell out of it anytime I could. And well, that was the end result. Just spam Discard Beerus until he broke. That was like really funny. I'm glad I got to show that off. It's not very often, like during an attempt, that I get to. But yeah, if you know the timings on like back hits of the AI opponents, you could totally get away with doing that on so many of them. Also, right now, I'm going to go ahead and give my buddy RC Blazer another shout out because he actually sat through the entire playthrough 100% for Fasten Your Door. Once more, I'll be amazed if anyone actually bothers to sit through that whole thing. I think only one other person might be watching that through all the way, and that would be Vegeta Ultra Instinct. He goes by another name now on YouTube. I still have yet to commit that to memory. I've come across so many names on YouTube now, and even on Discord, it's hard for me to keep track of all of them sometimes. So, apologies. You know what, let's put out Goku. We haven't put him out yet, and we'll put out Gogeta too. The base Gogeta. Just because, I've yet to put out either of them. To go back to having a Bikini Videl in this deck, that would also not only give you a really good trigger square, that would also help you to make sure that you go first that much easier. Just something to consider. Now, if you want my thoughts on which figure to replace for said Videl, get rid of the GT Goku. You really don't need him, especially when you're trying to go first. And while that, Super Gogeta is very, very good, if you want coverage on the bottom left too, I would actually consider Godku. He would be really good. Particularly the attack version. And just dupe him all into speed. Or even the other version will be fine too. And just dupe that one into attack. You know, that's certainly an option. Once more, this is just how I would change up the deck. And if I were to change up a couple other things, I would get rid of the up A for maybe definitely an ultimate gauge up turn 5. And then I would get rid of the other up A maybe for ultimate gauge up every turn, because why not? I could definitely see that helping out. I'll gladly take that, thank you. This Goku unit isn't bad, actually. It's just the trigger squares that are kind of, meh, with everything else. Certainly not a bad deck, though, by any means. A lot of fast hard hitters. And you even have that Gogeta to say, yeah, that's funny, but no, I'm not dying. So, that's really good to have. Alright, now we got Kefla. There are so many freaking loading screens that you can only get by owning both Xenoverse 2 and the Breakers. It's ridiculous. You'll see what I mean when I eventually get those. And if it were not for KB Foursquare, I would not be getting them. Sorry, I keep inhaling. I can't help it. My nose has really been bugging me. It's been bugging me for the past few months now. Might just be stuffy in here. I have no idea. I chugged like a whole freaking gallon of orange juice today. Definitely needed that. It helped for the most part. And then it stopped helping. Because, of course. I should have gotten soup too, probably. Take care of yourselves out there, folks. Please, just take care of yourselves, especially with the thing still not gone completely. Don't be like me. Eat healthy. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, all I eat are pasta and cereal. That's literally it. Anytime I get like this, I need to just sip a bunch of tea while I'm at work. Probably gonna be doing that when I go in today. It does help. Green tea's good stuff, honestly. Could be a lot worse. I'll gladly take that. Gogeta's just such a good figure. Anytime I see a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, I know he's going to put in work. Even the HP version of the first one we got. Which takes a while to get going, but still. He's going to get there. For sure. Speaking of, that's actually another option you could go with. For this deck. Because why not have another Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta in there? That is definitely quite the amount of speed. Holy hell. We may actually need to test this against Gamma 2, just for the hell of it. I've been doing that a bunch lately. Just because, yeah, that free battle's really nasty. Not yet. Not yet, my bad. Like I was saying, though, they gave Gamma 2 such a ridiculously overpowered deck. Gogeta. That's unfortunate. Gogeta might take quite a bit of a hit there from the Vegito, but we'll see. At the very least, Vegito's not getting that other part of his trigger square off. And he's still only hitting one figure. If anything, Gogeta might just get the healing thing off. Quite good considering that Gamma 2's not beat the hell up from the opponent's master HP being higher. Gamma 2's very solid. Huge fan of him as a figure. I would argue he's one of the best units that your Colosseum has right now. He's got really decent attack, he's got really decent HP, he's got ridiculously high speed. Got one hell of a trigger square, he's just such a good unit. Also, I'm really glad that several of you recommended that Super Trunks figure from when I did the Film My Deck slot thing that we were doing for a while. Because I can definitely see why so many of you recommended him. He's really freaking good, too. Yeah, he's definitely earned my respect. Plus, just being able to cover half the board, that's really freaking good. Plus, being able to disable one of your opponent's random character skills for the next turn, very solid. Alright, now let's put this deck up against the real test, and that would be Gamma 2. Hopefully we don't struggle here and die right away, but, you know, wish in one hand, shit in the other. So thankfully, now that we're up against him, and we have our own Gamma 2, that other part of our trigger square is going to proc. So I'm looking forward to that. You know, just in case, we'll put you there, and in the middle. Okay, this is actually good, because Vegito, even if I get outsped here, Gogeta's living no matter what, and Vegito's going down. Of course, I get shafted by the wheel, because why wouldn't I? Unfortunately, I think Gamma 2 is going to die here. Let's see. I think that Gohan ignores... Yeah, he ignores defense. Plus, he just hits hard in general. He's nuts. Nope. Gogeta, I think, should live here. Never mind. Holy hell. All because we got shafted by the stupid wheel. You know what? No, we're restarting. I hate that shit so much. And that's partly why I recommend the Vidal. Because that, the RNG. Because if it's not working with you, you're just utterly screwed. And it's BS. Really, dude? Again? No. Stop screwing us. Such bullshit. I'm tired of it doing that. In fact, if you're going to come in here and fight against Gamma 2 at all, I recommend going with my defensive setup if you're able to. Because he's hardly going to touch you at all. Wrong unit. You know what? No. Why not? Alright, that's fine. Vegeta's not on Destroyer Square. How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man? 3 times in a row. Seriously, that's annoying as fuck. Wish we would stop doing that. Thank you. It didn't screw me over this time. You know, we're gonna skip. I'm sorry, but we're gonna skip. I'm in a really bad mood after just wasted our time like that. That should be a one-shot, but I'll watch in case. Yeah, one-shot. I'll take you off. I don't have anyone else that can go on the right, so he has to stay here. Unfortunate. Gamatu's not on its trigger square for some reason. So we're completely fine here. I will definitely take that, thank you. Especially after those restarts, very annoying. I want to be able to do this with Shiro's deck. Did that kill? Yeah, that killed Goku. Oh well. Yeah, I kind of have no choice. I'm just gonna do this. We're coming back in here in just a sec with my deck. For those restarts. Seriously, fuck this guy. That's not gonna do anything. That's gonna one-shot. Of course. And that's game. Okay, we're gonna skip that. I'm gonna watch and die. Asshole. Alright, one more time. Let's get in there and avenge Shiro, shall we? So much bullcrap. Gonna do what I normally do. Vidal. Janemba. Gogeta. Now, had I gone second here, Gogeta would be fine, Janemba would be fine, and then both of them would just kill in return. But that's only because of the HP pool that my Gogeta has, and because of the trigger square for Janemba's case. Otherwise, still outspeeding. His fastest units are definitely the Gohan, this Vegito, and Gamma. So much speed behind them, it's ridiculous. I will put you down. My bad, we're gonna put you down there. Hang on, hang on. No, we're actually gonna do this. There we go. And then after this turn, I'll go ahead and throw down the Gamma. Still want to make sure I'm comfortably outspeeding, which thankfully I am. This is also going to enable me to hit them a lot harder, too. Funny enough, she should one-shot him by herself. Yeah, she's so ridiculous. Now, because of him constantly hitting me, Gamma 2's constantly supered up the whole time. Let's abuse that. This one's for wasting my time. No, I'm gonna skip that. This one's for Shiro. Asshole. Alright, well, hopefully you all enjoyed my, getting shafted included. Really sorry for all that cursing, too. I cannot stand that part of Hero Colosseum. I feel like you should not get entirely shafted by RNG like that. That's definitely one thing I still would change about the game. But anyway, still hope you enjoyed, and hope you enjoyed Shiro's next suggestion here. I'll catch you guys next time. I'm gonna go and get some sleep here. Peace out.